You're still carrying guilt for surviving what you never deserved. Let that sentence settle in, because there's a part of you, hidden underneath the masks and muscle memory, that still believes it was your fault, that if you had just been stronger, quieter, better, maybe they would have loved you. Maybe they wouldn't have left. Maybe it wouldn't have happened. But here's the truth most people are too afraid to say. You didn't deserve it. Not the pain, not the abandonment, not the manipulation, not the silence that followed. You didn't ask for any of it. And yet, you carry it like a badge, like a punishment, like a story that keeps looping in your mind because you're still trying to make sense of something that never made sense in the first place. This video isn't about blame. It's about truth, the kind that doesn't scream. It whispers, in the quiet moments, in the ache behind your smile, in the nights you can't sleep because your body still remembers what your mind tries to forget. Psychologists call it survivor's guilt, but that word feels too small, too clinical, because it's not just guilt you're carrying, it's shame, it's confusion, it's the weight of existing in a world that made you question whether you were ever worthy to begin with. Let's talk about that. When something traumatic happens, especially in childhood, the mind doesn't know how to process it. So it makes a story. And often, that story sounds like, I must have done something wrong. Because believing you're at fault is safer than accepting the terrifying idea that someone who was supposed to protect you didn't. That the people you loved the most caused the deepest wounds. That the world isn't fair, and justice isn't always served. Blaming yourself gives you control, at least the illusion of it. Because if it was your fault, then maybe you can fix it, change it, earn the love back, earn the safety, earn the worth. But trauma doesn't work like that. It doesn't follow logic. It buries itself deep into your nervous system, and it whispers lies in your own voice. You're too sensitive. You should have seen it coming. You let it happen. You deserved it. You didn't. Let me say that again. You didn't deserve it. Not the abuse, not the neglect, not the betrayal, not the loss. You survived. That's not weakness. That's not shameful. That's strength that no one ever taught you to honor. Survival, in a broken system, is rebellion. You're here. You're breathing. And that alone is a miracle. But survival comes at a cost. And that cost is often your relationship with yourself. You question your instincts. You overthink every decision. You apologize for taking up space. You doubt your own emotions. You flinch at kindness. You sabotage intimacy. You shrink. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that existing came with conditions, that your needs were a burden, that love had to be earned, that being okay meant pretending. So now, when life slows down, when you're no longer in crisis, your brain doesn't know what to do. It searches for danger. It replays the past. It clings to guilt like it's familiar, like it's home. But guilt is not your home. Pain is not your identity. And the past is not your destiny. History is filled with people who carried the weight of what they never deserved. Holocaust survivors who questioned why they lived while others didn't. Soldiers who made it back but never felt whole again. Children of addicts who learned to parent their parents. Victims of abuse who became caretakers to their abusers. They all asked the same question. Why me? But maybe the question isn't, why did I survive? Maybe the real question is, what now? Because healing isn't about pretending it didn't happen. It's about telling the truth, especially to yourself. It's about recognizing the lies trauma taught you and choosing not to live by them anymore. It's about realizing that guilt is a cage. And the key isn't forgiveness, it's self-compassion. You are not broken. You are breaking through. Every time you cry for something you never let yourself grieve, you are healing. Every time you set a boundary that terrifies you, you are healing. Every time you choose rest over hustle, truth over performance, presence over perfection, you are healing. Healing is messy. It's not linear. Some days you'll feel powerful, other days you'll feel like you're drowning. Both are valid. Both are necessary. But the most important part? You're doing it, even if no one sees, even if no one claps, even if you don't have a name for what you're feeling. You are reparenting yourself. You are rewriting the script. You are choosing to believe, despite the evidence you were given, that you are worthy. Not because of what you do, not because of what you produce, but because you exist. So let's stop calling it guilt. Let's call it what it really is: a scar, a reminder that you went through hell and made it out. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel confused. Those emotions are not weaknesses. They're signposts. Anger says something mattered. Sadness says something was lost. Confusion says you're searching for truth. Follow them. Don't bury them. Don't shame them. They are part of the healing. You're not overreacting. You're responding to years of being told to stay quiet. You're not too emotional. You're finally feeling what you weren't allowed to. You're not lost. You're finding your way without a map anyone gave you. And yes, you'll stumble. You'll question. You'll fall back into old patterns. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're learning. The guilt you carry isn't yours. It belongs to the people who hurt you, the people who couldn't love you the way you needed, the people who projected their pain onto you because they couldn't face their own. Let them keep their guilt. You don't have to hold it for them anymore. You don't have to be the strong one, the quiet one, the one who makes it look easy. You just have to be real. And being real means being honest about the ache you still carry, the fear, the guilt, the longing. Bring it all into the light, because shame only survives in silence. Speak it, write it, sing it, scream it, whisper it to the mirror if that's all you can do, but don't let it stay hidden, because hidden pain festers. And you deserve freedom, you deserve peace. You deserve to live a life that isn't defined by what happened to you, but by what you choose to create from it. Not everyone will understand. Some will judge. Some will try to drag you back into the version of you they're comfortable with. Let them. You're not here to make everyone comfortable. You're here to heal, to evolve, to rise. You've already survived the fire. Now it's time to stop sitting in the ashes. Start building something beautiful from what tried to break you. Because that guilt, it's not yours to carry. You made it, and that's worth celebrating. If this message found something buried inside you, if it pulled on a thread you've been too afraid to unravel, don't walk away from it. Sit with it. Let it shake you. Let it soften you. Let it begin the process of setting you free. And if you're ready to keep walking this path together through truth, pain, and healing, subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below. What guilt are you ready to release? Because maybe your story isn't over. Maybe it's just finally being told in your own voice. And that voice deserves to be heard.